stop a BKB Requiem if the Linken's is broken, so... I mean, you've got swap as well for that.
Swap him. Yeah, swap him out of the coil.
Blinks forward, just starts hitting the tier 3 tower. Oh, Winter's Curse on the backlines. Lil is found, 1437. Can he bring him down? You betcha. Great play from Lil. That sneaky little devil has found one. Cuckoo on the high ground, going to threaten a Requiem. They're going to buy back the AA. He can throw this Ice Blast from base. Artsel in the front lines, melting to the razors. Cuckoo trying to finish him off, unable to do so through the heal. From the backlines, Enchantress still just throwing those impetuses. TNC have got the Ice Blast now flying in. That one's going to hit Pasha.
He doomed the Lincolns. Oh no.
Goes from dooming an Illusion to dooming a Lincoln's. Well, to not dooming at all, then to dooming a Lincoln's. Ay, ay, ay. Sam H. Does the H stand for Harold Winter?
Not gonna comment, bro.
I'm kidding. Sam H, I love you, bro. But not your best game.
You call me a flamer, yeah?
Dude. Look, man. TNC are in the top 4 of a minor, versing a major champion here. They have come a long way, and they are on equal terms right now. Refresher shot on the AA, by the way. What do you make of this? Do you think he's? Huh? I wouldn't give it to the dude. That's for sure. But SF, what? I guess SF has too many items. DK maybe is a bit better. Unclear.
I think Doom is still probably the best guy. To be fair, disregarding what he's doing.
Yeah,
game, you know
the potential for the plays.
Maybe because he has Aghanim, so they feel like it's better on the AA.
Okay.
I mean, I can see it working. And probably, like you said, this Doom is not getting Doom off anyway, so probably not a good idea to give it to him.
Yeah. As for SF, he's got a Butterfly now. That'll give him a lot more survivability against these carries who do not have MKB. Likely a pickup coming the Venge's way, but is transitioning more into a right-click build. Butterfly, Manta, Lincoln's. Not using the Yule Scepter as one of his main items, it feels like, anymore. To the bottom lane he goes. Double damage. They've got map control, which means they're getting the runes. He's going to go and his Aegis expires.
Oh, the Aegis!
Cuckoo. Cuckoo, Kachoo. Be careful, my friend. Bottom lane Pash is going to TP back. I think VP may want to fight.
Oh, I think they just forgot about the timer. Like, yeah. you wouldn't do that.
That's Cuckoo is definitely one of those exciting players to watch.
I mean, he's probably like, I think apart from him and Raging Potato, they're the two like ballsy players in C.
He's kind of taken over the title of Raging Potato as being that like flashy superstar mid in the Philippines. That sometimes will make... I feel Cuckoo's a lot more reliable than what maybe Raging Potato was, but he'll still sometimes do some crazy stuff. That wins you games. You need him. It's like the Eternal Envy plays, you know? It's the 50-50. You don't know which it's going to be sometimes. You want one player like that on your team.
It's good to have, it's good to have this kind of player. Like, you want the other guy to be, like, the carry and mid has to be one stable and one, like, a riskier player. So that there's someone to win you the games that when you're losing.
They're going to run you right into Lil here. Can he get the blink out? He does do so. He blinks to the side with a Glimmer Cape. Detection not available for these heroes. They're going to dust him up now. Lil gets found. Winter's Curse.
Gem.
Not successful as Cuckoo will bring him down. Drops the gem.
I lost the gem.
Yeah. It was... I mean, VP have managed to pull pretty far ahead in terms of overall gold, but that doesn't feel too significant, and also feels like it's as a result of this puck. That's 420 GPM more than your opponents are getting. I guess there's a couple gold talents like the AA with his 60 GPM, but it seems like
because
a lot
of the counters, the AA count, like the two supports on VP don't do as much as like the Cloud and AA. I feel. That's why the network.
He's all top. He's going for the melee racks. Meanwhile, bottom lane, the big fight breaking out. SF in the front lines has got a BKB Requiem. He's going to throw the Requiem, hold the BKB for now. They focus down the Venge in the front lines. Puck's still going for the Rex. Is he going to TP back? Looks like that's not the call. He wants to get this melee racks. Meanwhile, TNC in the bottom are still going to take this fight. They bring down both carries. Going to force those buybacks. Puck has decided now to return to the fight. They need his Dream Call. No, he's going to stay top. He's going for this, but the backdoor kicks in, as you mentioned, which means he needs to come and fight. Enchantress has no buyback. They need that Aghanim's Dream Coil. No one threatening to go in, but without a swap, they haven't got that guaranteed break. Passion now, Dream calls up Cuckoo. He's got a BKB, but can't use that to break the coil. TNC taking a melee rack. It's going to BKB. Cuckoo still gets stunned up. No one with that BKB piercing stun. And it's going for that one. He may die back here. Dragonite Force going in with the Ice Blast. They're going to bring down no one. He gets locked in place by the Cold Embrace. And the Cold Embrace works against him. Sam H gets a nice 2-hero stun. That Hoof Storm coming up big, making up for some of his discretions earlier on in this game, and VP have been bested here with a great high ground push. TNC did not need a gold lead this game to take the fight. That AA, just having Ice Blast this game meant so much to TNC. They were getting so many key kills off of that, and what a great fight to end things there.
Yep. Well played by the DK and the SF though. I think two of them played extremely well. They carried in a lot of the fights. I think Cuckoo is the shining star of this game. A lot of style points, a lot of space created, chat reels.
He pushed the limit, and if he'd been caught one or two times more where he managed to create space, very likely VP win this game. But the fact he doesn't get caught, he outplays VP in those situations, definitely MVP in my mind. Cuckoo with a fantastic performance, and definitely an exciting game one. This looks like a really good series, Winter.
Yeah, for sure. Like, both teams have been playing really well. I think VP's issue of this game was like the supports they have weren't that useful anymore because of the AA, and not to mention enchanters. After the early game, you don't really get to do so much if the team fights is not going so well for them.
Yep.
And CK is also like kind of like I think I felt his presence was disrupted by the SF and the DK a lot. Like, he wasn't dealing as much damage as he wanted to.
They last picked the CK after the SF, right? The CK was the final pick of the draft, which I guess in hindsight is something they're maybe going to be thinking was not a good pick, because the SF definitely matched up very well against the CK. His ability to clear those illusions, to negate his damage with the Requiem, really proved to be a bit too much. They had two carries that were very physical damage right-click based, so the Requiem really kind of destroyed them.
I think it comes back to the early game. Remember, they laned the bench mid, and they tried to... I think the plan was like, they were thinking they probably could kill the SF at least like 1-2 times.
Yeah, the clockwork there.
Yeah, it did not happen at all, and they spoke under the wall, the clockwork in the air, they were like bodyguard. The SF got way too fat in the lane itself, and bench got bullied so much because it's just an unfair matchup if you can't kill the SF with your supports.
I feel Tim's played very well on the clock. I mean, I think he deserves a special mention for a lot of the setups he was doing, finding a lot of kills for his team.
Yeah.
Definitely
not flashy, but he was doing the right stuff to win the game.
Yeah. Well, that does it. VP bested in game one by TNC. The Filipino squad, led by their Canadian captain, have taken game one of the semifinals in MDL Macau. The winner of this series goes on to verse OG in the grand finals. We're going to take a quick break and come back with game two. Don't go anywhere, guys. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time now for Game 2 of TNC versus Virtus Pro. Welcome to the broadcast with myself, Gods, and Winter. We've got ourselves a Game 2 draft. TNC taking Game 1. Perhaps a small upset. VP even playing with a stand-in have looked mighty fine at this event. That's how their coach filling in a fantastic play in his own right. TNC, though, they came out with a fantastic Cuckoo Shadow Fiend in Game 1, and we'll see what Game 2 has in store. This draft flying by, Winter. How are you doing there?
I am great. Can't wait for the next game. There's been adjustments made by VP. They are taking out the Clockwork this time, so the Shadow Fiend pick, if TNC wants to go back for it, isn't going to be so strong.
Yep. Always more. It feels more important when you get to the best of threes. The best of one round robin was kind of fun, a bit clowny, some mixed games over there, but now there's a lot more structure. We know what's happening. Got this playoffs, and as you mentioned, yeah, they've got a solution in place for that Shadow Fiend potentially. But right now, TNC again with the AA, so they can counter that Winter Wyvern and also any other potential picks that might come out. It forces VP to ban the Morph, which they'll do again because VP don't want to play it into the Morphling. So we'll see what the two teams will be going for instead.
Yep, they didn't go for the Enchantress this time. They go back for like the Sand King on R-Star.
Still could
this time,
get the Enchantress if they want to for the off lane, or Sankey could be the off lane even.
Yeah, possible, but after the last game, yeah, you might have like second thoughts on the hero right now.
Yeah.
Not sure, but definitely still possible for them. And the bodyguard for TNC this time is going to be the Nyx instead of Clockwork. Not as strong early, but can be very annoying with the Carapace, the Mana Burn.
Did they fix the AA bug, do you know? I might say bug, I mean, do you think they fixed
that one. Don't know.
Yeah.
Try it out.
I mean, I don't want to, not saying that TNC are, obviously every team, I think, familiar with what's happening. Basically, it's an AA buff more than it is a bug. It basically means the ultimate's a lot stronger than it's meant to be. Everyone knows about it, so teams can ban it. The organizers have decided that the hero can still be picked. Virtus Pro, if they wanted to, could have banned it, so it's not like TNC are abusing anything here. But I'm curious if it was fixed or not.
10% more damage, or what was the bug?
It's the ultimate. There's a talent at level 25, I think it is, on AA, where it changes the threshold for the shatter, and apparently you get it at all levels, even without the talent. So you don't even need to get the talent. Apparently that's what it was. I don't know exactly whether it was fixed or not. Maybe Twitch chat can inform. But we'll see. Because what is this 25 talent? I'm trying to think what exactly is the wording of it. So yeah, it changes the shatter, the kill threshold to 14% at level 1, 15 at level 2, and 16 at level 3 instead of 10, 11, 12. It changes it by 4%.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, if that was actually what AA's ultimate was, the hero's a hell of a lot stronger if you shatter a lot sooner. But we'll see what happens here. So picks coming out. Tusk. Ooh.
They value the hero that blocks the creeps a lot.
Yep, and that means Nyx will be in the offlane. Venge again picked up by VP.
Oh, actually no. It might be Tusk offlane too. Like it's definitely possible. I think I've seen them do it, but I'm leaning more towards like the Nyx as a core, because I prefer Nyx as a core more than Tusk, but definitely can work both ways. VP go for that Venge Beastmaster. Last game I did suggest this, like they want to go for this aggressive pushing kind of lineup. VS Beastmaster is definitely very, very powerful, but they're all single targets, so I wonder if that's gonna prompt like a Cuckoo PL.
Ooh. Or some kind of Lincoln's hero. It's going to prompt a Cuckoo Tinker to defend these lanes. Venge okay at catching Tinker with the wave, but not amazing. The Hawk is good. They've got answers for the Tinker. They've got the Flying Winter Wyvern. Sand King, if you ever get vision of him, can blink Burrow. So they've got options for catching him, but a well-played Tinker can always avoid those options.
I think the main idea is like they're going to play this catching game with like Tinker and Tusk really good at pushing out the waves. Then you have the gankers, the Nyx and the global Ice Blast plus the Tinker flying around, picking heroes off. So they're gonna have like probably a very hard carry here. Terrorblade maybe good against the Venge Beastmaster, but not so good against the Wyvern because then you kill your team.
So you think even with the Tinker, it's not too greedy to get a hard carry?
I think it's okay. Because Terabit, that's like momentum. Terabit is a momentum-based hero.
Yeah, you know TNC well, as you probably should, being the coach of Mineski. If you didn't, you're not doing your job right, Winter.
So for VP, Illusion counter Zeus. Oh no, they can't pick Zeus. They can pick Zeus. Okay,
Yeah.
they can like.
They could run Vengeance. Yeah, Vengeance to carry Beastmaster offlane. Getting a mid here seems fine.
But then your call will be Zeus, Venge, Beastmaster.
I mean, Zeus sounds really good against Tinker and Terrorblade.
Yeah, the other hero is like the more stable hero would be Storm, but there's a Nyx. Then you like, do you want to pick Storm?
What about the OD? That's a no-one hero. I mean, that's not great against the Nyx either, but...
Oh, Nyx.
I mean, Nyx counters a lot of in-heroes, but if you want to pick an in-hero, sometimes you're just going to do it even with a Nyx in the game. You're going to get a BKB if you're an OD.
Just have to deal with it, yeah?
That seems like it may just be the case. Deal with the factor against the Nyx and pick one of those heroes that works, whether it's the Storm or the OD. Or they run the Venge mid again and get a carry. Not sure what that might be.
Carry?
TA. There's a non-int hero that can go mid, but doesn't deal amazing with illusions.
But they have a lot of minus. Like it's a snowball lineup. They have a timer on this kind of lineup. Venge, TA. They have to like take Holistic Roshan. Everything has to be quick. If
they
the game
want
is
to end
slow,
the game
then
fast.
they're gonna lose.
Yeah, if it goes late game, if Tinker gets online and starts stalling the game, pushing out waves, that's where you're in trouble.
TA can be good against Tinker. You put the traps in the trees and you catch him out because he's the damage now, so he can't dagger away.
That's a good point.
That can be useful.
Cool. We'll see
how. So it's gonna be Team's Tusk and offlane Nyx. Another of one of those like lane securing supports. Apart from the clockwork, block the creeps, secure the lane.
All right. Well, this should be a fantastic game too, Winter. We've got two titans of their own regions. VP, one of the CIS powerhouses. TNC, one of the best SEA teams. I'm not allowed to say best because you're here, so I'll refrain. And Mineski have more Valve points right now, so
it's fine.
According to Valve, Mineski is the better team. Just Mineski couldn't win these qualifiers, but no. TNC looking very strong. This is the best I feel like I've seen TNC in a while. It feels like they're adjusting well to this new patch and playing a lot better than they were at the start of the season.
Yeah. And the other thing that they adjusted well is like T-Burn stopped being greedy. He stopped trying to buy Midas, which is like, really bad for his team at that time.
Yep.
Right now, he's back to that, border, like just setting out good vision and dewarding and just doing like, it's very important for the support to not try to be the carry. Yeah, you don't play the game trying to be greedy. But right now with the setup, it seems going to be, I guess, standard lanes. Terabit, safe lane, Nyx off lane, maybe with the Tusk.
TNC are ready to fight down bottom. They've got the Tusk ready to roll in. Theban on the AA can either get... I mean, Cold Feet's good. Chilling Touch on 4 heroes also amazing. I don't think VP want to fight this rune. They're much better off going for these 2 runes up top, which should be just fine.
Are they going to give it both to the TA?
Yep, and Wyvern's headed mid to block, as is Tim, so both mid lanes will be blocked out. And yeah, they'll give a double rune to TA. And similarly, double rune for Cuckoo. Both mids getting the double rune and having a support block for them. Very mirrored plays coming out from the start. Sanking his
how about
boots
the
here.
off lanes? How about the off lanes? Are they going to just both pull the creeps?
Pasha's being bullied away for now. Nyx similarly is not going to go for the pull. So no off lane pulls just yet.
So this is the true suicide lane.
TB is just going to instantly run at Pasha and start right-clicking him, but a ranged creep and some wild axes. Raven actually losing the right-click battle to the Beastmaster. Beastmaster has very good level 1 stats. Meanwhile, back at mid, it's the art-style Sanking. Gets the stun on 1437. In comes Lil on the AA, and he's going to have to push them back. Tim's is there as well. 6 heroes in or around the mid lane, as the 2 side lanes are effectively 1v1s. And VP going to rotate both their supports back bottom. While TNC sending both their supports to the mid lane. They're going to stick it out. Can they find a first spot on Sam 8? They don't have the Arctic Burn, so this does not seem like a kill. Just harass.
Yeah, they have to go back to help the TB. Like, TB is not really like a self-sufficient carry though. They need to make sure that he gets a good lane. Like this Beastmaster has been having a good time because he's alone against the TV.
Yep.
This ain't good. This ain't good. Fat Beastmaster is going to be very hard to deal with.
Oh yeah. And TB's Metamorphosis has worn off in this top lane as well, so Pasha is going to definitely have a good time here fighting into the TB. For now, is CSing well. Bottom lane, can they get this kill? Oh, Artsel goes down. He gives up the first blood. Sam H is even going to die. Oh my. Did you...
Oh.
Did they just get
that was
destroyed by the
1v3?
Carapace? That was not meant to happen. Early stacks.
Oh, yeah, that's gotta hurt.
Yep. Early stacks happening on the Ancients by no one. He's fighting it up with Tims, which is... Fight Tims is okay with because of this Orb of Venom. But ultimately going to take a lot more damage than he deals. Sam H coming up big here. Didn't have the best Doom game, but he is off to a fantastic start here in game number 2.
Yeah, Nyx is like more of like his better heroes. Nyx, Clockwork, Sand King,
Bad Rider, yeah, that's the hero I always think of with him. Mid lane, they're going for the kill. They got the March with the Ice Shards block, and it's done. No one might be dead here. They need to break the refraction again. They're going to do that one more right click. Okay, can Tims chase him down with the slow? Doesn't look like he's going to get in close enough. He's going for the deny. No one is just going to suicide. Didn't spend his money. Only lost about 30 gold there.
That's still pretty bad though, because you have such a long death timer dying like this.
Yeah.
So I think the laning phase right now, TNC are pretty happy about their mid lane and their off lane. And TB still getting like his farm, but Beastmaster on the other hand, top of the CS chart.
Oh yeah, he's doing very, very well here, but he's in trouble. 2-man rotation coming in. He's going to go... Oh, they don't get the kill! Oh no! They both thought the other had it. I mean, he has a Fairy Fire, but they could have right-clicked him again. Tims was turning around. Theban was also turning around.
Don't think they clicked on him. They didn't realize.
Yeah,
it's not common to have a Fairy Fire on off lanes. Not every time you see it.
Gotta respect the Fairy Fire. Also, I think they maybe AA canceled the attack because they attack slower with the Chilling Touch, which also may be messed up. That's something you often see heroes going for these ganks cancelling attacks because of the slower attack speed.
You actually don't have slower attack speed anymore.
Oh, they got rid of that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Patch notes, bro.
Yeah, look, man, those patch notes were like a fucking novel. Okay, I don't have time for that sometimes. No, I read through. It's hard to remember every little detail in the patch notes. I'm a man of habit.
So Sand King picks up the double bounty rune. Slowly calling his way into like the Tranquils into dagger. That's what he usually does. And maybe sometimes with a soaring if he's rich. That's what Astar's been doing in the group games. Laning wise, I think Tinker, TB, and the next, they're all 3 of the cores are already quite happy about how the first 4 minutes has panned out for them.
Do you think this next Metamorphosis TNC are going to look to use to get a kill or start pressuring towers?
Tower?
Yeah.
Siege creep 5 minutes, probably.
They're holding on. It's level 3, so they do have a lot of damage output coming from that.
Yeah, they have to. I think they have to bring the Tusk to the top lane if they want to siege the pressure of the tower.
Sure. Bottom
maybe
lane, Nick's in trouble maybe. He's already used Carapace, now he's going to get gone and pops the one, gets the stun off, but does get brought down. And Virtus Pro find a kill.
I think maybe they're going to do like a single pull with the wagon wave. So you stack both camps and then you push the tower.
They've already got the single pull. Oh no, this is the Radiant pull, sorry.
A is going to do the single pull, yep. And Tims is going to still be in mid lane. I think you want the Tusker to be at top if you're going to pressure the tower.
And he's even got a ward. I think he's going to head top. There's an arcane room, which is great. So he can put a ward behind the tower or on the hill, be there for the push. And this is a very well coordinated push down in this top lane. Meanwhile, bottom, it's actually Ramsey's low in health. There's no chance of VP using their siege creep to push right now.
Oh, they did a single pull as well? No, it was a double pull.
Yeah, they're using it to farm. You do see the ward behind the tower by Tim.
This is better for TNC. What is happening now? Like TNC is gonna be the first to pressure the tower.
Alright.
Gonna take the rune. Team's gonna snatch away the rune for Pasha.
Is tower just dead? Do you think VP have any chance of defending it?
I don't think they can, no. Look, do they have like a TP? Wyvern has a TP, level 2 Splinter Bus. Maybe.
They're not going to get the eye shot, so...
If they want to defend, they have to go early. They have to go now.
It's with this siege creep, I think it's just gone at this point. It seems like it's going to be too late. Pasha's still there trying to pull. He will pull the creeps off, but not the siege creep at the back, so... The illusions to tank. They're going again for this kill. Can they get the cold feet latch on? Doesn't look like it. They missed the eye shots for a second time in a row with the cold feet. Hard spell.
I think the Wyvern should be here to defend the tower though. Like since they are not pushing the bottom tower, then why is he like staying bottom? I think he has to like. It feels like the tower is for free for TNC. Like VP didn't get anything in exchange, or they didn't try to push their tier 1 at bottom or make a smoke play towards middle. The tower was given for free.
That's what I think I would have liked to see, is a gank on the Tinker. If something like Sand and Wyvern could have smoked up, found a kill on Cuckoo's Tinker, then I would say, you know, that they're at least getting something else around the map. But as it stands, it's a free tower for the Terrorblade, like you said.
And now the A is going to pull the lane back, so minimizing the goal and experience that's going to be going into Pasha's hands.
Here comes the
It's going to be level
now.
6.
Yeah. Smoke towards mid, but Tusk is in the right position to pop this one. Instead, they're going to head bottom, which is perhaps the route which will find them a kill. Outside smoke pops, and no, Wyvern gets down a ward. That's what they're going to get out of this smoke for now. TA, quite a lot of stacks in the Ancients already. You see if no one tries to get more out of this one. He's trying to use the trap to stack it. Meanwhile, back at the bounty runes, Sanking forced to burrow away. Will he succeed? No. Too much clutter. I'm going to remove that clutter from your life. Nice sentry from Tim's. He scouted out the ward here. I've seen Lil do this a lot on this 5-position Wyvern. Get very deep observer wards down when he smokes up or rotates into the enemy jungle.
I think this is a very important one. Like I said, like between the Radiant and Dire. Dire is much preferred by teams because of this triple camp that you can farm at the same time with Medusa, Gyro, and even like Tinker. Like all these heroes abuse this kind of camps very well.
Only 1 kill apiece here. Went to a much slower paced game. Last game it was like 7 kills each, 5 minutes in.
Slow game, but it's really good for TNC.
Yeah.
VP's lineup does not want to play slow. So even though it's like just like a 1k net worth advantage for TNC, but it feels more than that because of the lineup.
They've got Raw. Should they be using this? Where can Pasha go, or should a support be coming to his lane, or if VP's
more like,
stuck?
More like maybe the support or the carry can smoke towards top. I think that would be good.
Look at this. TNC smoke up the Terrorblade.
Yeah, TNC is faster. Like you see how they are moving. Everything is like one step ahead of VP.
I think this Radiant Ward maybe scouted the TP going bottom. It didn't see the smoke, but it may have seen the rotation. Because Venge is not in this lane. It seems like Ramses has a good idea that this move is coming. Sandking going to get gone. And does have Sandstorm here. Artstyle going to be the one getting initiated on. No chance to escape. And last Metamorph got a tower with a push. This one going to get a kill with a tower. Very smart plays from TMC. And while this is happening, they give 1437 the top lane so he can get his level 6 Ice Blast. There's no rotations top to stop this from happening. Instead, VP want to rotate bottom. They want to defend. They're ready to fight. They've got Raw. They're going on Raven. They start things up. Ramses has the follow-up stun. They've got a second stun coming from the Burrow stick, but they don't even need it. They burst him down nicely. No snowball save as Tim's, I think, expected VP to just be giving that tower up. But boy, with TNC wrong. Defended effectively, and also 2 kills going to be obtained initially. They're shining up. Tim's will go down. Pasha looking for a bounty room will not get it as Sam H is there. There's a Tinker Missile coming in perhaps. Level 2 at that. Can he get this kill? Sam H did not get the Carapace because he did not have vision of the high ground. They're going to try and burst him down. Sam H could be in some trouble. Have the Carapace. We'll use it now. The missile's not bringing Pasha down quite low enough. Those axes get him even further down, but he'll survive, as also on the VP side, Pasha himself surviving through it all.
That was a very important defense for VP, stopping the momentum of TNC. If they lost that tower, I think the game would have been really, really bad for them.
What do you feel about this Beastmaster build? He's not going for any points in the board. He's going pure aura plus axes. This doesn't feel like the conventional Beastmaster build.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think it's good. It's good if they get to like stick and push towers with the bench or those early auras, but you definitely want the Hawk to scout the Tinker to catch him.
Yep.
Not sure. Maybe he just feels like because he's dominating in the lane earlier, so it feels like top lane.
Yeah, Ramsey's
Pick
down.
off onto Ramses. The two sort of support heroes getting the carry kill.
And that's big. Given the AA, that fast level 6 really paying off here for them. Meanwhile, TA has managed to farm the Ancients, so accelerating no one's farm. He farmed like a 3 or a 4 stack. He's also got a double stack waiting for him on the left side, so a lot of farm going his way. He's just caught up to the Terrorblade and likely will overtake Raven's Terrorblade. Let's see how those developments go. I say that Raven's actually going for a Mask of Madness, so his farming is going to accelerate. Much more farm-oriented, greedy build coming out from the Terrorblade than what you often see.
I think that's that's like the bread and butter item for most of the carry heroes now.
Yeah, it's
it gives you too much, and you can disassemble it for a satanic later.
VP
like, so
getting
much
down
value.
deep wards here, perhaps scouted out by the courier. I think the courier flew over them because the courier is actually changing direction now, maybe just delivering this clarity actually, so perhaps not the case, but 2 deep observer wards. Unfortunately for VP, it's no one who make it found here in the jungle. He's got no refraction up. He's going to get gone on without refraction. There's Raven as well. Easy, quick pick. Farming the Ancients, trying to finish his Deso. He was very close to it as well. And VP were not in a position to stop it. They were behind enemy lines, but unable to protect the TA.
You see what's happening. VP is TNC is always faster than VP. They're like doing kind of like the same thing, scouting, putting down wards. Bot lane.
Yep, they get the Burrow Strike to follow that. Epicenter not even needed for this kill, but they'll use it nonetheless. It may help kill Sam H. But unfortunately, it also procs a Carapace, which instantly leads to a stun. Sam H going to get the kill with the help of Cuckoo's March of the Machines, giving Cuckoo the last hit of it. Pasha on full retreat here. So it looks like they're going to change target and kill a Necrobook instead for easy 100
That is
gold.
actually still really good for TNC. They defended the tower and they traded like a raw, but just lost the support.
They took
That's good.
mid tower, right? I believe. Yeah, mid tower went down. I'm not sure if that was with that metamorph just then. I want to say, the Raven killing the TA led to that tower going down. No one going to fall back to the jungle to finish his Deso. And we keep saying, VP, they need to play fast. They need to push down towers. I mean, is it just a matter of waiting for a couple of these items before they can do that? Their lineup takes Roche incredibly well. Also pushes fast, but the problem is maybe going to be that you can't push easily into things like Tinker March.
They need the pick off into an objective. That's what they've been lacking so far. So the Beastmaster is going to be building a Blink next to allow them to get that. Sand King is nowhere near his Blink, so it's going to be difficult for him to set up those kind of kills.
Oh.
This Tinker has been like a huge annoyance for VP.
Coming in bottom, Artsal could be in some trouble. Tims has the Ice Shards, will block him off. Sam H in hot pursuit as well. He'd already forced out a Dust, which didn't even catch him earlier.
Gosh.
So
Look at the vision, Parker. The TNC was one line across. This is perfect, man.
Yeah.
It's so good for the game right now.
you see everything. VP have a similar thing, but it doesn't go all the way across the map. It's just in the enemy jungle. So TNC see the entire enemy side of the map. That's so good when you've got a hero like a Tinker who can capitalize on that vision as well. Really helps you find where the right ganks should be going. VP, we'll see if they look to make any smoke moves.
VP needs to like use this vision. They have this like 2 deep wards in the enemy jungle. They have to find a way to somehow play around it, take the tower, get a kill, take a tower.
Yeah. I mean, as it stands, TNC is just not even farming in that area. TNC don't care about that part of the map. They're playing around mid, they were playing around the enemy Ancients, they're playing around their vision, and that's where all the action has happened.
They're playing with their vision.
Yes, whereas VP tried to force that at top. Oh, meanwhile, they're going to see a swap into the Ancients here. They catch the AA. Sam H gets a 2-hero stun into an Ice Blast. 1437 still alive. Ramsey's in trouble. This Cold Feet's going to proc. And with that, the right clicks from Sam H will bring him down. He gets taken out. Completely backfires. Sam H, what a impale to save 1437's life. Mid lane Artsal could be in some trouble. Tims with the heat-seeking missiles to help him out here. That's going to land. The Ice Shard's there as well. Guess is wrong as Artsal goes the other direction. Those missiles going to get disjointed by the sandstorm as well.
Yeah. T-Burn wanted to like place a ward around the Ancients to see the TA, but yielding a kill on the bench instead.
Yep. Metamorphosis bottom. Can Lil find a Winter's Curse with this? He needs to find a target next to the Terrorblade.
VP has to put something together ASAP.
Okay, they're going to curse him. They go in, they've got the follow-up stun, they're trying to burst down Raven, but they can't do it, they haven't got the damage for it, and here comes Tinker from the side. This is looking really bad. The Sunder comes out, Raven will save his life. Snowball helping out there, and it's a 3-0. They didn't rotate the TA or the Beastmaster. It felt like VP, if they want to make that move, they've got to bring more numbers, Winter.
And they have to do it earlier. They can't like react. Like everyone is like all of the TNC heroes are at the tower. If they're gonna TP at that point, it won't be useful anymore.
And you know, the reason TNC can make that is they see those other heroes. They saw the Beastmaster farming in the jungle. I believe they knew that the TA was also around the mid lane or farming the Ancient. So TNC had full vision and knew that even if VP tried to defend bottom, they only had 2 or 3 heroes there.
Yeah, they have to like make a play. Like I spoke with the Beastmaster now. If they can't get anything done, this game is going to be sliding too much out of control for VP to come back.
And again, it was Sam H's initiation. He has been involved in all 9 of their kills. 3, 1, and 6, this Nyx Assassin. He's got Arcane Drums, now picks up a Vitality booster. Incredibly farmed. I believe that's going to be a Crimson Guard pickup. A Roche Sneak attempt from VP. This is going to get scouted. Oh no, VP.
They just walked in. They didn't even smoke.
They didn't even smoke. Sam H will get bursted down before he can Carapace. That's a nice start to the fight. Tims, though, does take out the Beastmaster from the back lane. Winter's Curse onto the AA. Does not get the kill, though. The chase is on. The Splinter Blast will find it. And Raven could be in some trouble here. Does not have Metamorphosis. That's why they want to take this fight. They know that Raven is weak and he does not get a chance to Sunday. He gets sniped by no one. The Desto Blink timing from the TA proving to be the stronger of the 2 sides right now, and I think they almost welcome that fight. They don't smoke in because they wanted TNC to come, perhaps, Winter, knowing without Metamorph, TNC are going to be a whole lot weaker.
Yeah, true. That could have been part of their thought process, but they were right about their timings running out. They had to make something happen there. So they got like what 3 kills and a buyback on the Tuskar.
About a 3,000 gold swing just from that. They did not finish Roshan, so that's something TNC are going to have their eye on perhaps when TP respawns. He's got Metamorphosis. And
and the Beastmaster had level 3 book as well, so they were actually extremely strong.
Very annoying for Tinker to fight into it. So easy for you to kind of break that Necro book and take that last will damage, so something you've always got to be very careful of. Let's see what else TNC do. The biggest part of that fight, though, was Sam H. He got bursted down at the start of it. If he got a Carapace Impale off there, it would have been a very different fight. Perfect chain stun coming out into him, and VP's back in the Roshan pit. This time there is Metamorphosis. We'll see if that changes it. TNC in a good position. They burst down the Winter Wyvern. That means no Winter's Curse to have to worry about. Raven could just go into the Roshan pit himself with Metamorphosis. Yeah, he says, I'm not even afraid of VP. Straight in, pops the Metamorphosis, has the Mask of Madness if he really feels comfortable to pop it. Is the Blink initiation going to come? Sankey not having a Blink makes this very difficult to do. Not sure if VP can contest it. Ramsey's eyeing it off here. No one can plan a trap and get some vision for his team. Can they go in here? They lose the Sankey to start off. No one blinks in. He snatches the A. Just nicely played by the TA. Instantly bursted down. He may die a second time as well. And Terrorblade still has Sunder if he needs it. Can't blink out. Deleted instantly. Nice little Aegis snatch, but it's going to lead to VP's demise in this team fight. Both TA and Venge go down, and TNC will not mind that one. Sunder onto the AA as Raven says, I want some more health. You don't need any of this, Theban. You go shrine up, my friend. And TB able to get even more out of this Metamorph as he pushes down the mid lane. Tinker pushing out the top.
Ay, disaster. It's gonna put VP in a very, very tough spot now, losing both their cores, the TA and the bench.
They really need that Sanking Blink there. If they had that, perhaps they can contest.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, they didn't really have much space, you know. Like, no one was like really moving around. I felt like Beastmaster was like probably the only one who could have done that. But right now, they're in a very, very tough spot here.
Yep.
They're probably gonna have to wait out the Aegis. But even then, like, the longer the game goes, it's like the game will get harder for them because of the lineup.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. I don't see their lineup scaling well against Tinker or Terrorblade. Terrorblade's going to be a much scarier late game carry than TA or Venge. Yeah, Tinker is scarier late game than those heroes.
Look at the bench. He's not going to scare. Look at what he bought.
Oh, the hood. Jeez. Yeah. Feeling a matter of necessity to have this item against the Tinker damage. But
Tinker, Nyx, a Tusk, or magic damage.
It's just a really bad carry matchup. Playing against a Terrorblade as a Venge. TB outranges you. He's got Reflection. it's so damn difficult. Top lane, they do find Cuckoo with the book here. He manages to rearm and blink out even while the book's on him. Very similar to last game with the Yule's blink out. This time, he has a rearm. Showing his prowess on these elusive heroes. The Yule's, Race Car SF, and now a Tinker.
Things are looking really, really good for TNC right now. They're gonna try to push their advantage here with the Metamorphosis up.
Yep. Sam H
Very
trying
strong.
to catch Ramses. See if he can carapace a Howl of Wave of Terror. That would be the ideal way of doing it, but looks like he's gonna be far enough back, and they are incredibly strong, as you mentioned. Metamorphosis coming back up soon. This Terrorblade, level 15 as well, gets the plus 300 health, so he's very strong here. No one in the front line gets stunned up, but with the Ice Blast, they're going to get that kill. Unfortunately for Sam H, he's blinked into a Winter's Curse, and Raven is right on top of him to take him out. You see Raven try and focus down the tower, pops the Manta to try and achieve that. Glyph will delay it.
He just walked out with a jump charge to get the stun.
Yeah. I mean, he got the kill on the TA. Perhaps he sees that
he
as a good
walked out
trade. I mean, it is a decent trade. TA for Nyx, maybe when you're pushing, it's not the ideal trade. Can they burst down the Raven here? The snowball save is there. He's got a Sunder now as well, and that is a quick, easy kill on the Beastmaster.
Parker, that's Rex.
It sure as hell looks like it, Winter. Raven may need a Sunder target. We'll see if he just takes 14. He's thinking about 1437. There we go. Good guy, Theban, offering his health for the cause. Raven has no longer got the Metamorphosis. This may not be Rax. Do they commit for it? They've got 5 seconds without the TA. He's got Mantis Style. He may need it. Art Style gets brought down low. Should be a kill with the Shatter. And they get 2 as Ramses also dies. Cuckoo killed him in the backlines, and they will finish off the Rax. And I think just as importantly as the Rax is they got a shit ton of kills. They killed like 4 or 5 heroes there in the process of taking the Rax and set VP even further behind.
And what a play by TNC. They used their timings very well. They were so strong, that push. With the TB, Tinker behind, just laying down the marchers and the rocket, made it so difficult for VP to initiate. But they had no choice, they had to defend their towers. So they were putting themselves in a really bad position by initiating, but they don't have a choice. And Tim's with a save, yeah, MVP that fight.
He knows that's his job. If TB gets roared, go and snowball him, because the chain stun is there for VP. They can roar, burrow, magic missile. They've got the Winter's Curse, so they've got a lot of lockdown that you have to protect him against, and that is Tim's job. That's why he's got this Blink Dagger as his first major item pickup, to make sure this Terrorblade stays alive in the front lines.
Yeah. Right now, I think VP, the way they take the fight is if they start with the Raw, the Sand King or the Wyvern has to use a stun on the Tusk to prevent that from happening again. Yep. Someone has to go behind and find him.
I've got the Blink on Sand King, so it is theoretically feasible. Double damage rune though. That's something the TB will likely be eyeing off, and yeah, he's waiting for a bottle, I want to say. No, he's gonna grab it. Doesn't have a bottle on his team.
Nyx is gonna find the TA here?
No, changes target, looks like it heads mid. Meanwhile, Nyx walked into a sentry. Sam H in some trouble, has the carapace. It is gonna be the Venge going down instead. Nyx able to survive that. Wow, Crimson Guard already purchased up. There's a drums here. They're gonna lose all 1437 for the greater good, he says, as Lil will also die for his team. And TNC will push forward.
What a display by TNC, man.
This is dominant right now. Double damage is up. There's no Winter's Curse. They may just take a second lane here. To the high ground goes Raven. He throws the Reflection just to zone out this TA. Raw comes out. They're trying to buy some time here. The Epicenter Burrow Strike, but there's the save coming in. The snowball from Tips. Again, Raven needs a Sunder target. Who's he got? May just have to go for a teammate here. Does it on the Tinker. Tinker can always TP back home, and it's GG. Well played from Virtus Pro. TNC through to the grand finals, upsetting the CIS powerhouse. Playing with a stand-in, of course. VP not at full strength. And it definitely showed in this best-of-3 series.
I'll take nothing away from TNC. They played amazing, especially this second game. Everything was spot on, like the movements from the laning. Securing the laning, crucial movements with the siege creep, pushing a tower with Metamorphosis, like what, 2 Metamorphoses in the early game, 2 towers and kills.
Raven,
both occasions. He's
so good at this Terrorblade. It's probably one of his best heroes. It's his signature hero in a lot of ways. He knows how to make the most out of every single Metamorphosis. The first one he uses gets some last